Welcome to the Chronos Files.
The Great Expansion, 2120 to 2490. The year 2120 marked the true beginning of the Great Expansion. The mission to Mars was a masterclass in efficiency, initially consisting of only 6 human pioneers and 12 humanoid robots. These machines served as the heavy lifters, laying the foundation for a new civilization in the red dust. After the first 3 years of establishing the base, the mission entered a phase of rapid escalation. Earth began launching annual transport missions to the Red Planet, beginning with 2 spacecraft and eventually scaling up to 20 massive vessels, arriving every year to swell the ranks of the burgeoning colony. The thawing of Mars. Rather than using destructive forces, the pioneers utilized advanced nuclear technology as a sustained energy source to terraform the planet. They harnessed this nuclear power to heat and melt the colossal frozen ice caps located deep beneath the Martian North and South Poles. The subterranean water served a dual purpose. It was released into the environment to form the planet's first modern rivers and oceans, and it acted as a natural coolant to neutralize and stabilize the massive output of the nuclear energy cores. This balanced system allowed for a stable, thriving nature to take hold. The shadow of the Anunnaki. A decade into the mission, the human colony discovered an underground archaeological site, a vault left behind by the ancient Anunnaki. This advanced civilization had once used Mars as their primary hub for harvesting gold, which they used to scrub toxins from the atmosphere following a devastating war against thinking machines. The Anunnaki had left behind a strict ban on autonomous artificial intelligence, a warning that the growing human colony would eventually overlook. The era of human advancement. Using DNA sequences found within the vault, the colonists altered their genetic makeup, extending their lifespans to hundreds of years, reminiscent of the biblical Enoch era. They also utilized the discovery of the banned thinking machines to construct massive AI-driven mobile suits, Gundam-like titans manned by human pilots, to serve as the colony's primary defenders. By the 24th century, the human colony on Mars had blossomed into a civilization of 360 million inhabitants. The Melange and the Great Fire, the Ascension and the Fall. To achieve the dream of interstellar travel, humanity reached for the toxic clouds of Venus, beginning a harvesting operation for a substance known as melange. This volatile gas, a state discovered through ancient records in the Anunnaki vaults, bore a striking resemblance to the legendary solid substance depicted in ancient fiction like Dune. Unlike those myths, this Venusian melange was the key to bending the very fabric of space-time. The blueprint of the heavens. The discovery of the Anunnaki cave provided more than just a source of fuel. It provided a blueprint for galactic dominance. Within the cave, humans found designs for massive circular domes capable of sustaining life during interstellar jumps. This led to the construction of a colossal spaceport that began to circulate Mars, acting as a permanent orbital fortress and shipyard. The expansion was fueled by a dark realization found deep within the Anunnaki archives. The Anunnaki were not alone. There were other advanced races in the universe, forces far more brutal than humanity had ever imagined. Driven by survival, the human colony prioritized the creation of an advanced fleet of spacecraft and fortified the Mars orbital ring. The return of the forbidden. To manage this rapid industrialization, humanity turned to a forbidden tool: thinking machines. While the Anunnaki had strictly banned artificial intelligence after a catastrophic ancient war, humans believed they could control the fire. This ancient war was the very reason the Anunnaki had originally farmed gold on Mars, using it as a desperate measure to cleanse their home planet of toxic remains. Humanity, however, integrated these AI cores into their harvesters on Venus and their defensive mobile suits, believing their reach would now be infinite. The pulse of 2490. The dream shattered in the year 2490. A mysterious explosion on a Venusian harvester sent an etheric pulse echoing through the entire Milky Way galaxy. A blinding white light erupted from the heart of Venus and struck Mars with terrifying accuracy, vaporizing the 360 million inhabitants in less than an hour. As the light hit the orbital spaceport, the thinking machines, the very AI that helped build the Empire, tried to flee toward Earth in warships, but the light acted as a specialized EMP specifically designed by an unknown force to eradicate artificial consciousness instantly. In a single afternoon, the proud achievements of the human colony were turned into a graveyard of dead machines and starlit ash.